It's finally hay season here in Missouri. Now you can tell by what I'm wearing that I don't look in the mirrors on farm days. I dress for comfort, so just ignore the fact I look like a total goob who has zero fashion sense. I don't want to complain because Missouri had a very, very low temperature summer, except for when it's time to do hay, and then Satan opened up his arms and says, I'm just going to breathe fire on you. And that's exactly the way it felt walking through these hay fields. Now, most of the time I do this part when I'm alone out in the field, so it takes me a very long time because I have to be slow. I have to be very cognitive of where I stack up my 9 bales because I will have to walk to them from the truck to the tractor, yada yada, over and over again. And you guys know by now I only have 1,800 steps that I can take a day before my ankles stop working. And most of the time that is not all in a row except for during hay season, so it wears me out greatly. But there is no greater satisfaction that I get from going and, cutting and baling our own hay off of our own farm that we took the time to just really make sure we're going to have the best possible product for our livestock. I am so fortunate these days to be able to have an air conditioner tractor cab, and for that I am ever grateful for my husband and our friend for forcing us to trade in that canopy tractor for an air conditioner tractor. But we go ahead and use a 9-bale trailer because it's here at the home farm. It's easier for me to use this instead of a flatbed because I don't have to use any straps. I can't do that kind of thing and strap down a whole load of hay by myself. So being able to take 9 bales at a time from our pasture to the barn and then just dump them is actually pretty good for me. Most of the time, my husband will come home from work. He'll go ahead and get in the skid steer, stack them in the barn in the evening while I rest. But I take my doggies with me everywhere. They're border collies. They were a shit in the truck for a long time, but they settled down after a while. And here, somebody tooted and nobody claimed it, just like always. I can't help but to look around at the wonderful scenery that we do have and the difference between what it looks like with a full field of uncut hay versus when you cut it, everything looks so clean and sharp. But we do have to take a little bit of a roundabout way to get into the place where we go ahead and drop those bales at in front of the barn. But it's just easier to make the circle than to keep backing around that long trailer. But it's something that I enjoy. Now, as I age, I'm almost 50, my depth perception has never been good. I don't know what to blame that on, but I couldn't see for crap behind me. I was afraid of hitting the little red trailer that is directly behind me, and it took me 3 times to back up little bit by little bit to make sure that I didn't get in trouble for knocking that thing off its block. But I tell you what, after a certain amount of time, I just stopped by the house and got my glasses and said, let me take care of this problem that I have, so I didn't have to do it 8 times in a row. But I am starting to get pretty worn out by this point. My knuckles are starting to drag the ground. Ankles are saying no more. But my God, do I enjoy this life and being able to say I did that.